Hey YouTube, we're back here at one of our clients' ball field. You've seen this ball field before. We're going to show you the process from the beginning. We've already started, but you get the gist of it here. So we've had a lot of rain over the past weekend, and last week a lot of rain, and there is a scheduled baseball game tomorrow evening, and they do not want to miss that game. It'll throw off the whole season if they miss that game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna help them out. Right here you see we've got the power rake on, and we're running back and forth on it and raking out to get it to dry overnight. Then tomorrow we're gonna hit it again with some field compound to dry it up. So we just wanted to show you a little before and after. Like over here in the third base, you get a lot of water. That was just about this whole field before we started raking. So we're going to keep at it, and we'll keep you guys updated. All right folks, day 2 of the field drying process, getting ready for games this evening. Stakes are high, got a lot to do yet. So we've got the compound on the turf here. It's called Turfus, and it is drying as we speak. Wyatt is out there spreading it with a spreader. You see the mud caked in on his tires. This is how wet still it is, even after we turned it last night, let it dry overnight. Dad's using the leveling bar to mix it in. He's doing a pretty good job. And as soon as we can get this stuff dry enough to drag, to put a drag behind a cart with wheels that ain't gonna tear it up as much as the tracks are, and just keep dragging and dragging and dragging and working this stuff in. That's just about all you can do. Just keep working it in, keep working it in. You see I've got some right here, and I've put a bunch. This was a big mud hole right here. I put a lot in here, and it's starting to dry up. So hopefully by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock today, it'll start looking a little better. They need to be painting before school's out, before the game, so that everybody will be ready. So all we can do is just keep working it and working it, going back and forth and back and forth, and just let the sun do its thing. We got a nice little breeze going. That'll help out a lot, drying it out, and hopefully we'll make it. I think we will, but only time will tell. So we'll check back in with you on the next update.
Hey, I know Weston talked to you about what's going on. We're trying to dry this field out. I don't know if he talked to you, but kind of out down here where we at, this part of the country down here, when you're working the ground and you're coming into the spring, one thing you kind of rule of thumb is, if you can see the mess on that tractor underneath there. A lot of that's from yesterday where we was in here in the mud. This thing will just soft and wet. I think Weston showed you that. But what kind of indicates that we can make this thing work today? We can do that right there, and it's not really sticking to our boots. It is, but it's not just caking up. Down here in central North Carolina, that's pretty much a good sign that you can work the ground around here. If you can walk out and it's not sticking to your boots or your tracks. And I know that's kind of silly right there, but it is, but it's just not caking up right there. It's letting go, what I'm trying to say. But that's just a little tip around this parts, you know. this old red clay. And it's a little bit different, this ball stuff, it's a little bit different ground. But what we're hoping for is this wind to come in here, and we'd like for this wind to blow about 15, 20 miles an hour for about 2 or 3 hours and dry this thing up real quick. But we're gonna keep working it, putting this turf and stuff on it. You can see White, he's putting that stuff out over there with a spreader. It'll dry some of this stuff up. But about game time this evening, this thing will be ready to go. It don't look like it, but we got a lot of work to do between now and then. But I'm gonna get back on this machine, and I just thought I'd throw that in there. All right, folks, that's Marlon here. We got a lot going on out here today at the school. We got 2 or 3 projects going on. We had a ball game last night. This field was so wet Monday, you couldn't even walk on it. Then we got Pete out here with GCI painting the field, painting this Bermuda. We didn't get the ryegrass put in this thing back in the fall. We had a shortage of ryegrass, and also the expense of it, decided not to put it out. So the thing around here right now, the going thing is painting like the golf courses do. But Pete's out here painting the outfield. He's getting ready to get on the infield here in a minute. And also too, we got another machine over here that the school purchased. Is a infield grader. It's been badly needed for a long time. It's kind of a Swiss Army knife for the infield grader. We're going to demonstrate that. This gentleman's going to demonstrate that here in just a minute. But let's hang in here with me, see if we can get some more footage out here on this thing. All right, folks, we was talking about that infield grading machine right there. That's a ABI infield grading tool. The one that they've got here is the kind that it's not self-propelled. It's kind of the smaller version of the ride-on, but it's a pretty nice machine. That thing's got a little box blade cutting edge, serrated cutting edge on it. You can turn it over. It's got a drag behind it. It's got a broom. It's got some teeth up front that'll scarify the ground. Pretty nice piece of equipment. We'd been looking at this thing here at the school, I don't know, for the last 3 or 4 years. And we'd talked about it about the time COVID hit about 2 years ago. And just kind of set things back quite a bit. COVID, you know, worked on everything pretty good. But anyway, we kind of talking about it. And we'd been waiting on this thing about 2 weeks, hoping to get this thing in before the season. But we'd worked on this field, I think, on Monday afternoon, and then come back on Tuesday so they could play ball on Tuesday night. And then this right here took place on Wednesday after the game. They come in and actually got, I know, talked about Pete coming in painting the field here with GCI. He come in, painted all the fields, and it just so happened these guys come in about the time he was working on finishing up the baseball field here. But anyway, that's kind of what you got. You can see Pete there in the back painting the infield right there. And this guy that's on this machine right here, he's pretty much in charge over the school. I think I've told you in the video before, me or White One, that this guy is very good at this athletic fields, and he pretty much built all them fields back several years back, and that's kind of his baby. And he is very good at this type stuff, you know, the infields and the infield mix, the mounds, that mound and that home plate and all that stuff. It is spot on as far as the regulations, the height and everything. He's got a good grounds guy there that works there every day working on these fields. But we just kind of come in and help him on game days when they come in the field wet or something like that. But anyway, he's got this machine right here. He's getting there. It's going to be a good addition to the school right here on this project with the ball fields. That tool's been badly needed for quite a while. But it's not that they couldn't do it with the other, but this thing right here, it's about 4 or 5 tools in one. You hook it up, make 3 or 4 passes, and you're good. You don't have to put a nail drag and then rip it up and all with 3 or 4 different drags. That thing does it all in one swipe. But anyway, that's kind of what we got going on. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like these videos, how about hitting that subscribe button, like button, see if you can help us out a little bit on that. And we catch you on the next one.